Folks, I have a question to ask.
Okay.
And I've been thinking about this recently.
Okay.
In some pretty great detail.
I don't like where this is going already.
No, this is a pure of heart question. I mean to ask this. I mean to ask this as a little thought puzzle here. Do y'all think that Duke Nukem would chill out if he found out he had a kid?
I think he'd kill the kid. Or, depending on how old the kid is, like, if the kid's, like, already an adult, then they team up and fight aliens.
No, look, I'm talking like 7 or 8. Duke finds out that he has had a kid. Kid's like 7 or 8.
No, he wouldn't care.
Yeah, he would just not...
You really don't think
care
he
if it
would?
was a kid who grew up to be an adult who was also a shoot-happy, shoot-em-up guy, and then they would team up.
These are some depressing answers, because for some reason in my mind's eye, I just imagine him just accepting this child and being like, I can't be going around doing all this shit. I need to be an adult.
Duke Nukem is too busy like tweeting about Polygon and Kotaku to care about a child.
You think so?
Yeah.
John, this is the guy who talks about cutting people's heads open and shitting down their throats.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
He's
like,
it could be a father-son moment.
like, yeah, he'll just be like, "Watch me, son. This is how you properly rip someone's head off to make sure that it's viable to shit down their neck."
Teach me again, Daddy, how to shit down their throats. All right.
Daddy, when I grow up...
That's not him chilling out. That's just him remaining the same, but also there's a kid there.
Yeah, I think he would either keep him around or say, "Stay in school, kid," and then see you at 18 or something like that.
Exactly.
I'll bring you to the titty bar when you're older.
I think he would... No, you know what? He would take him to his first haircut and get him a flat top, which is all the rage right now with kids.
Oh, shit.
And then abandon him.
Oh,
Yeah, no.
I'll pay for your haircut, but not much else.
I'll pay for your haircut, then we're going to drop you off at the fire department. Too dark?
Well, I was more thinking that there was like a mom involved, and he just kind of, like, his only involvement with this kid after the haircut is just alimony.
Man, these are depressing answers.
You wanted this fucking question
You asked a
answered.
question
I
about
know,
Duke
but-
Nukem. Duke Nukem is not the paragon of fatherhood.
Look, I'm not saying he would be. I don't know. There's a part of me that wants to see Duke is like I want to see him become a good man. I want to see him go through the steps of like being like the kid changing him and him changing the kid.
John, you
both
should-
for
No,
better.
this is the guy who made a
Lifetime-
joke about women getting fucked to death by aliens.
Oops, this sucks.
Well, he didn't make that joke. He's a character.
Well, I know he's a character, but if we're talking about him being a character who would have a
I wanna
kid, then it still applies.
I want to see the Lifetime movie official Duke and Me.
It would
That's
be
what I
a
wanna
tragic
see.
Lifetime movie.
Yeah, because at the end of it, Duke will be like on his deathbed, slowly passing away,
And the kid will go up to him and he'll lean in close and he'll say,
"Son,
"My only regret is that I didn't get to cut off your head and shit down your neck."
See you in hell.
no. What'll happen is Duke will die, and then, as stated on his last will and testament, his son will have to rip off his head and shit down his neck. That'll be the last thing that
I
happens.
couldn't
with his
imagine
corpse.
being Duke Nukem's lawyer. Could you imagine having to sit down with him for his will and testament?
Oh my god.
So you want Duke Nukem to be in the 1990 film starring Adam Sandler?
I was
Big
about to
Daddy,
say the
is what
same
you
damn
want.
thing.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes,
I
110%.
feel like it would
Alright,
be like
so-
that, except it'd also be like the end of Indiana Jones and the Crystal Skull, where the hat flies off, and Shia LaBeouf gets it, except instead of the hat, it's his sunglasses, and instead of flying off because of the wind, it's just his head explodes immediately upon death, and the glasses, blood-covered, fly onto the kid's face.
Looks like cleanup on aisle 4.
And the kid's just like, all right, well, yeah. The kid talks normally the entire time, but right at the end, as soon as the sunglasses are donned, he's just like,
Oh yeah. Time to kick some ass. Like that?
yeah. He pulls out like a stick of bubble gum, and he's like, this is my last.
All right. All right, we're done. Fuck. Okay.
Hey everyone, and welcome to episode 96 of the Video Game Choo Choo podcast. See, I'm still keeping track.
I don't even know if that's accurate, so...
It is, because I checked before this, so
Okay.
don't worry. I mean, at least I checked beforehand and not during the recording.
Yeah,
I got this.
He got this.
professional.
Yeah. But thanks for tuning in once again this week. I'm your host, John. With me this week is Michael.
1738.
There you go.
Why did you
Devin.
just quote Fetty Wap?
It's okay.
And Kay,
The cutest princess.
voted best of that
Oh yeah.
by a council of ancients.
What?
A council of ancients voted Kay best princess.
And only 4 out of
2015.
Only 4 out of 5 dentists can tell me if my toothpaste is good or not.
Yeah, well, 5 out of 5 ancients can tell you I'm hella cute and also a princess.
Maybe. I don't know. Those ancients are pretty goddamn old, so
They're ancient.
yeah,
It's in the name.
it's true. So who knows? We'll see.
They have the
I thought this-
wisdom of ages, though.
The season finale of Chooch will find out who the ancients are.
Wait,
Maybe.
seasoned as in it's old, or seasoned as in it's covered in
season finale.
in steak rub?
The season
There
finale.
was a D on the end.
No, there wasn't. The season finale.
Roll the clip.
We'll find out who the ancients
Roll
are.
the clip.
Yeah, no, we're not going to roll any clips because this is an audio. This is not an audio visual show. This is just audio.
True.
So only half of the AV club cares.
Mm.
I'm sorry. But folks, let's get to the topic at hand, where we're going to talk about games. We're going to talk about fun. We're going to talk about what we do every week. So I'm going to choose one of you three to regale us with a tale of wonder about what you did during the past week. Let's get started. I'll start with Devin this time.
Okay.
No,
Yeah.
Devin, not K.
No,
I
Devin.
said okay.
Oh,
Yeah, no, I was
heard
trying to
K.
pass it off
Hey.
onto her. Like, I'm not ready right now.
how confusing. Devin, why don't you want to talk about your games?
Because I'm embarrassed about them, obviously.
Don't be embarrassed, Devin. I've talked about worse. Definitely.
I don't
That's true.
know.
That
My
is very
first-
true.
It was either my first or second appearance I admitted to playing Conception 2. It's kind of hard to move out from that one.
It's fine, Devin. It's okay.
It really wasn't. I didn't play Conception
You-
2 this week.
Great,
Yay.
but what did you do this week
Uh,
other than games? Even you could talk about games, life, sports,
Uh,
adventure, action, puzzle.
I don't do
Tunes,
any of that.
Characters, downloads,
RPG?
store, email.
Romance
Go for it,
comedies?
Devin.
Like, are we just listing
Yeah.
genres on Netflix? I watched a lot of Narcos.
If you want.
Is that any good?
What's that?
It's good. The guy that got to do Pablo Escobar is fantastic.
Oh, I know what that is. That's that like Netflix original show.
Yeah.
The one that's at the top of Netflix right now.
I gotcha. So it's good.
Yeah, it's good.
Cool.
That's
Um,
about it. No, midterms are coming up, so I'm kind of
Uh,
halfway between crunching school and still trying to actually play video games. I finished Metal
Yeah.
Gear Solid 5, as in
wow.
Mission 46.
Nice.
Mhm.
So, I think I'm done with that game.
Now,
Finally.
Are you?
Yeah.
So
is that the
Did you
first or the
beat-
second end?
that
That's
is the
second
third.
end.
That is the
Third
third
end.
ending. The third
Yeah.
credit roll.
jeez.
Oh, jeez.
Did you do all the missions or just,
Just
skip
the s-
around? And...
Yeah, just
do-
the story-based ones, like the
Okay.
quote-unquote required ones, and then I did a
The
couple
gold
of the
ones?
extra. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I'm almost out of side ops at this point.
Nice.
Wow.
Yeah. So I guess I will have to put more time into like Borderlands, and hopefully some review games will come in soon to switch things up a little bit.
hmm
Because, I forgot how much I memorized Borderlands 2.
Wow.
Yeah, I got so into the meta of that game that I knew exactly where everything will drop, how to kind of game everything, all of the different glitches and the combinations, and it all still works despite the fact that it's a completely new version. They really kept a lot of the kind of broken stuff in there, which I kind of enjoy.
All right, that's interesting. I like it when games like that, like remakes or HD versions, keep everything the same. Like, I love that. Just as an example, that the 3DS remake of Ocarina of Time still has all the different bugs in it from the N64 version.
That is
Looks
nice.
very pretty.
Mm-hmm.
That is nice because there is that weird thing of like game preservation, and when you remake something or move it over and you eliminate that stuff, is it really the same game? Like it might play the same and seem the same, but to some people, those bugs are a part of the original piece of art that is that video game.
Like, it's interesting for those kinds of games. Like, I don't remember if it was Ocarina or Majora, but like they have released versions of that game. Like, there's a 1.1 version of that game out there. Like, it wasn't a patch, obviously.
It's you're thinking of the Master Quest edition of Ocarina of Time?
Well, no, like, there was a version of Ocarina of Time, like, when it first came out that had what sounded like Islamic chants that got removed. And it's just interesting to be like, there's some people that have that version of the game and there's some people that don't. And, like, I can understand why that was taken out, but at the same time, it's interesting that there's a version of that game out there that has something that was removed.
Yeah, they would update the carts in stores so that if you bought Ocarina like 6 months later, you're getting 1.1. You just don't know it.
Yeah. There's lots of games like that. Like, I know there's different things in versions of Melee, Super Smash Bros. Melee. Like, I think the European PAL version, I don't think that's tournament viable because of some stuff that they took out. So people in Europe have to use American versions of the game for their tournaments. Yeah, stuff like that.
Well,
it's
fighting game people are crazy, so they don't. I mean,
count. That's crazy, but at the same time, it's just interesting to think that, just different versions of the game can cause
discrepancies in experiences. Yeah,
exactly. Yeah. It's
what
cool.
did they take out that was so vital to competitive Melee?
Who knows?
It might have been like how effective wave dashing is or something.
Yeah,
like
who
that.
knows?
I couldn't tell you.
The jump is 0.1% less effective.
Yeah,
Ganondorf has 0.1% less charge up time, and that's not fair.
it's true. It's not. As opposed to how fair Fox is. But I digress. Devin, what else did you play, if anything?
That's about it. I'm this close to getting a couple more games, just because it's getting closer to that big buy all your goddamn games time.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Buy all your goddamn games.
Yeah, pretty much. Well, I mean, the way things got delayed, it really isn't like that anymore. But there's still a lot of I really want to look at NBA 2K16. I keep seeing, cursory looks at the story mode and a bunch of the other different modes and stuff, and that all interests me way more than just the simulation basketball normally does.
That's the Spike Lee one, right?
Yeah, that is a Spike Lee joint. 40 acres and a mule production.
Yep.
To sharpen that sword.
Featuring Samuel Jackson as the Hoop God.
It's not a Tarantino.
No.
Oh, yeah, you're right. I got my two joints mixed up.
Yeah.
Yeah, never mix your joints.
Never mix up.
I'd want to see Quentin Tarantino make a game.
I wouldn't. You kidding me?
I wouldn't. I absolutely wouldn't.
It would be. It would just be a foot fetish simulator.
Oh, please.
But yet,
I would. I mean, we pretty much get that with Kojima's games. Like, I feel like
they're not violent enough.
Yeah.
They aren't.
Well,
like,
no,
that's
like,
not.
that's
That's not a joke.
that's not a joke.
No, I know.
True.
It's funny to me that we're talking about video games not being violent enough.
For Quentin Tarantino, no.
No, I
not
know.
at all.
I totally.
Yeah.
I just. It's funny how it's like the opposite of what you usually hear in this sort of conversation.
Like, I feel like if Devil May Cry had some like more gore, and
If Devil May Cry had like 3 or 4 more scenes where they're just talking in really good dialogue, that would be a Quentin Tarantino movie.
exactly,
More gore,
That's it.
more cuss words.
exactly, that sounds about right.
Also
yeah,
less
Devin,
linear.
I hope. Devin, I hope you get your hands on some more games soon. Love to hear some hot takes from you.
Yeah, I'm hoping that I can start getting into a lot of smaller games too, so I don't have to.
Sure.
I just checked the clock on MGS and it said 106 hours, which is obviously a little bit inflated because I left it on a menu to let things kind of develop, like between the side op or the deployments and some of the developments take like literal hours near the end. So I'll just
Yeah.
kind of go and make a sandwich or something. So I think that's a little inflated. I might have actually done about 80 or 90 hours actual gameplay. That's like, I can only do that so
Still
many
a lot.
times in my life.
So, if that's all from you, Devin,
Yeah, I'm good.
all right. Let's move on to Kay. Kay, what have you been up to?
Anyways, as is probably pretty obvious from the fact that we did a big spoiler cast on it, I played Undertale.
All right. Yeah. We'll leave that.
Yeah, we'll leave that
most of
one
the
to
conversation
the,
to that.
to the spoiler cast, but just for those of you who haven't listened to it, that one because you haven't played it yet, go play it, then go listen to our spoiler cast.
Yes, definitely. Great game.
Great game.
No, I've said it 3 times now on the show. Great game.
Making it into more, yeah. Anyways,
Yeah.
moving on to non-spoiler cast related gaming. I mean, I've been doing some more Mario Maker. That's a good
Uh-huh.
time killer.
Definitely. Here's a question for you. How do you think that the quality of the levels has evolved since it launched?
Hard to say. I feel like there's a bit of a higher quality, but there's also a higher number of ones that are just stand still, do nothing, and they do themselves.
Yeah. I figured. I mean, those just seem to be popular on YouTube, because you could just sit back and watch.
And yeah, and they're popular in the game because you can sit back and watch.
Exactly, yeah. It's like you said, the game is a time killer, and I think some people would like to just press one button instead of multiple
Yeah.
ones.
No, yeah, it's a fun game. Also been doing some more The Last of Us.
Right.
Got past where I was before. Now it's just finished up the part where you were playing mostly as Ellie in the Snowy Woods area.
So winter.
Yeah, got through the entirety of Winter. That was some fucked up shit.
Yeah. That game goes
Yeah,
places.
that guy was rude.
Mm-hmm.
They were all rude. It's like they were all shooting at us first, and then they get mad that we killed all their dudes.
Well, that's just how it goes in The Last of
That's
Us.
The Last of Us. Yeah, and so now I just started Spring, and Ellie's being a little distant. I feel like I gotta connect with her.
Well, good luck with that.
Good luck with that. Wait, why did I just tell myself good luck with that? Good luck with that, me.
Inspire yourself a little
Yeah.
bit. You all need that.
Gotta believe in
sometimes.
myself.
You sound like someone. You sounded like someone in the drive-thru who, once they get handed their food, it's like, you enjoy your meal. You too. Shit.
I do that all the time, and I feel
Finally trained myself to not do it.
What do you say? Like, what is your go-to response in that situation?
I say thanks, have a good day.
Yeah,
Every time, like no matter what they say, or do you actually listen?
I usually listen. And most of the time, they usually say something after that, like have a great day or something like that. So you can respond you too without looking like a total ass.
I think
But-
they started doing that just to
Oh.
make sure that people don't feel bad, probably.
Yeah, they had to probably have a good talk. Like, people are going to not come back because
People
they're
are
too
going to be
embarrassed.
crying in the middle of the drive-through. We need to make sure this doesn't happen. We need the line just to move.
I'm glad I got all
I'm
these
already-
French fries because I'm really sad now. Or is that just me?
It's all of us.
We've
Yeah.
turned into awkward moments, choo choo.
I thought that's what this podcast was.
Yeah, since when wasn't it Awkward Moments, the podcast?
Well, true. We do have John as a host.
Ah, you got me.
Yep, you got.
Yes, please continue, Kay.
Mostly just mostly just what I've played. I mean, I've been kind of busy just with
Okay.
work, so mostly just been
Alright.
kind of doing the easy time waster, and then just trying to push
Sure.
forward in Tilu and
Alright,
Undertale,
cool.
of
Yeah,
course.
when you're done with Tilu, maybe we can maybe I'll try to draw Will Westwater out of his gym, and maybe y'all can talk about it or something. That'd be pretty
Out
funny.
of his cocoon of muscles.
His gains.
Yeah, he lives inside of a bottle of muscle milk or something.
Ugh, that stuff tastes terrible.
Never had it, and I don't really plan on
Just
it.
the name should tell you that not to drink it. Muscle milk.
Muscle milk.
Only the
I
freshest
don't know.
milk from the freshest muscles.
Ooh, ooh, whew. Enough. That's the ooh, ooh. So let's if you're all done there now, okay, we can move on to Michael.
Hello.
Michael, how's it going over there?
It's going pretty good. How are you doing?
I'm doing all right, but let's talk about what you've been up to the past week.
Okay.
So, what's up?
Not much.
Okay.
I've been playing a lot more Metal Gear. Or
Have you?
still playing Metal Gear. Or I'm in a deep, dark cave where there's only Metal Gear. And I can't find my way out.
You'll be out of there soon enough.
Yeah, I called Pequod and I've got D-Dog with me so we can get out. I beat Metal Gear, but I haven't reached the third credits. I've only beaten the first credits. I'm into what the game calls Chapter 2, which is not a good term for what this is. So
Yeah.
I can actually check right this moment. I am 65 hours into this game.
Wow.
I've only beaten a couple missions after Chapter 1, or the beginning of it ends. I've beaten up to mission 33, and I've also beaten 2 more after that, but I'm not going in order. So I've beaten about 36 missions.
Okay.
And then as soon as I beat it, I figured either I would just keep playing it for another 40 hours, or at some point I would drop it and finally go back and just beat The Witcher, because I need to do that at some point before November comes and just steals my soul. So
Are you the Witcher?
this week? No.
Damn it.
I was when we started the podcast, but about 2 minutes ago I stopped.
This is
Shit.
your fault,
close.
John. You should have asked him sooner.
Shit.
Yeah. Anyways, I listened to the Giant Bomb spoiler cast and essentially got spoiled on the rest of the game, because I knew at some point I'm gonna just flare out and I'm just gonna stop playing this game. I'm still enjoying it. What people say about like missions 28 through 31, like the last set of missions, is kind of right. Like, they're a little bullshit, but listening to the spoiler cast and figuring out what happens to the rest of this game's fucking crazy. So
Yeah, definitely.
like the level of craziness, not just in the story, but also in the design, the setup of this game. Like, everything about this game is crazy. So I just kind of, I finally feel that thing that every other Metal Gear fan has felt at some point, where you're like, I know this is bullshit, I know there's some like real crap in here, but I love this piece of bullshit. And that's kind of how I feel, is like, this piece of bullshit's pretty cool. So I'll try to beat it, but I know at some point I'm just gonna, like, some frustrating something will come up and I'll just be like, nope, I'm done. And
Because you know what happens now, so you're just like, all right, I'm good.
yeah, it'll all be on YouTube at some point. And again, in that spoiler cast, they even essentially said that, like, once 31 is done, the game is done. So that makes me feel better that everything else is just sort of bonus or extra. So I just feel like I'm in extra stuff that it's like, yeah, okay, I'll keep playing this game and see what kind of crazy costumes I can open.
Sure.
Spoiler alert,
Beyond that-
Solid Snake is a clone of Big Boss.
Oh, okay. Sure, yeah. I thought you were spoiling this game for a second. I was like,
It took you a second to
yeah, we
process
gotta be
what I
careful.
said.
Oh, God.
like you.
Niall's gonna want to wring your neck.
Yeah.
Be careful.
Thankfully,
He's gonna...
that's an old spoiler.
Yeah. Whew.
It took me a second. I was like, wait, what are those names? What did you say?
Big Boss is a clone of Solid Snake now? What the hell is going on?
Oh, no.
Just reverse everything. Solidus was the original.
Oh my god.
Yeah, honestly, if they had said that, I'd be like, yeah, okay, sure, whatever. Fucking Metal Gear.
Yeah.
That sounds fine.
Go for it.
Yeah.
That'd be pretty funny if Big Boss was actually the president then. That's pretty great.
Yeah, they just gave him amnesia, made him think he was a clone of himself, and the clone they made thought he was Big Boss.
We should cut.
Fuck.
We should cut this talk.
Because it's probably going to be spoilers for Metal Gear Solid 6.
We should just cut this talk. Is what I'm
You
saying.
mean the non-existent game that's never gonna happen?
Yeah.
Sure.
But I'm saying we should cut this talk.
All right, if you think so.
Yeah,
I guess.
disagree. This is the best talk.
No, I'm sure, but
We're spoiling 10-year-old games. I don't think that matters.
sure. Anyways, I'm gonna move on.
Okay.
That's basically been it. I haven't really had chance to spend too much time with too much other stuff.
Okay.
Played a little bit of Tony Hawk 1.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
Tony Hawk 1. No. I'm not crazy. I'm not.
Okay. Good.
Niall, on the other hand, is picking up Tony Hawk Pro Skater 5. So
Oh, God. Yeah,
Pray-
no, I feel real
I
bad.
admire
Pray for
his
his soul.
dedication.
I don't. Though
There's a
his
point.
his explanation cut too close to home. I was like, he just said, "I have to know." I was like, "Yeah, all right."
Oh.
That's why I bought Metal Gear. Was I had to know. So
But Metal Gear is like, we were at least able to talk about positive things in that game. Tony Hawk, it just seems like he's gonna crawl into a pit and slowly suffocate.
yeah, but sometimes you just gotta know how deep that pit is, man. You just
guess.
gotta fucking know. You just gotta know. So
Yeah.
I know the mentality behind that. So
Alright, well, good luck to Niall.
yeah, good luck to him. But playing those old ones, those games are so good. Those games are so good, and the soundtracks. And we're recording a video of, I believe, Tony Hawk Pro Skater 3 this weekend, so that'll be up on the Video Game Choo Choo YouTube. So look for that. That'll be fun.
Yeah, I bet y'all will have a good time
Play a-
playing not 5.
Yeah,
Unlike-
playing a good Tony Hawk.
It's so strange because I played Tony Hawk 5 at E3. I didn't think it was that bad. Like, for real, I played and I was like, this is okay. There were some weird things, like that slam thing was weird.
Yeah,
And I mentioned that to the guys there. I was like, yeah, this is kind of weird, but, if you think that people will pick up on it easy, sure.
Is that
But
the
otherwise
thing
it seemed
that
fine.
they did with the grind button?
Yeah, if you press the grind button while you're in the air, you'll slam down. And it's just like, you have to be like pixel perfect on like hitting a grind with that button, or else you'll slam down and then you'll just fall off the board.
Yeah, that's
which is funny because the videos I saw, there seemed to be like a lot of magnetism to when you just jumped to stuff. It just looked like he was being drawn to rails and verts. So it's funny that the slam button has to be perfect.
It's so weird because, or at the very least, it's finicky.
Yeah.
Like, of course, it's finicky because that entire game is finicky from what I've seen. But you gotta be on the rail, like exactly on it, or else you're gonna eat dirt.
That sounds great.
you could say you gotta ride
What-
the rail.
Nah.
What's kind of funny is like that slam button. That was the first thing when that game came out. That was the first thing I started seeing was people complaining about it, and then I started seeing actual video of it. I was like, oh, that's the least of the concern. This game is just broken.
Mm-hmm.
So that was kind of funny.
I feel bad for Niall because he was saying like, okay, I'm gonna get Tony Hawk and I'm gonna review it, but he was originally supposed to review another game, and now he can't because he's got to focus on Tony Hawk. So he had to hand it off to me. I'm having a good time with that game.
What game is it?
Are you finished talking about your stuff? May I?
I guess.
Oh, that
Yeah, I'm
that
done.
poor
I haven't
sweet
played
Niall.
anything else.
That poor sweet
Okay.
boy.
But it's Persona 4 Dancing All Night.
Oh yeah.
It's fun. It's a great rhythm game.
Wait, he passed
it
that off
great-
to you?
What
He
was
passed that off to you?
Well, yeah, because he couldn't really afford to buy both games because Tony Hawk is $60.
That poor boy.
I mean,
He's
I do
looking
hope
forward to that one.
I do hope he ends up getting Dancing All Night eventually because it is a very good game.
So, is it a good rhythm game or is it a good Persona game that happens to be a rhythm game?
It's a good rhythm game. I wouldn't say it's a good Persona game, per se.
All right.
Which is kind of strange, but let me explain. The actual, like, playing the rhythm part of the game.
Yes, Reggie?
Yeah, play the songs. It just works, like, perfect. I haven't played any of the, like, Miku rhythm games that I guess this is kind of a spin-off of. But it works surprisingly well. I was worried that the characters dancing in the background would be distracting and that I'd mess up my button presses, but the UI is just so gorgeous in this game and it works so well that I have gotten used to the controls, like, almost immediately. Almost all of the songs and the remixes are fantastic. Like, they just rip some songs from the OST from Persona 4, and there's some songs from like the fighting game and Persona Q as well, which is pretty interesting. That they're, gathering songs from every Persona 4 game, which is kind of a weird thing to say.
God.
But yeah, oh man, there's been I think this is the 5th Persona 4 game.
Well, there's Vanilla, there's Golden, there's Arena,
Ultimax, and now Dancing All Night,
and
and Q. So there's 6. There's been 6 now.
Jeez.
Yeah.
I guess 4 sold well enough because they're like, let's keep making these.
And I mean, how many Persona 3 games? There's been 3, and I mean, like, I guess, FES, Portable, Q, and then they were in Arena and Ultimax. So same thing, actually, 6.
They kind of just took that whole
That barely counts,
era
though,
and just
because
mashed
they're
it.
riding off Forest coattails.
I mean, yeah, but, if it's just getting technical. But then at the same time, there's talk that if Dancing All Night is popular enough, they're going to make Persona 3 Dancing All Night, so...
I would imagine that has to be DLC, right?
Yeah.
Like, they can't. That is...
Well, no. I saw an interview where they said that they would make a completely separate game.
I
seems
don't see that
ludicrous.
happening.
I don't know.
Again,
We'll see.
you guys should consider how big this would be in Japan,
Sure.
Yeah.
which is where Persona 3 has, I think, a lot more pull. I mean, Persona 3 does have a huge fandom around here as well. My one problem is a lot of the music and characters in Persona 3 are very depressed. I don't know how they're going to be able to dance around to this music.
Goth,
Like,
just like
I
goth
don't-
dancing, just like swaying back and forth.
Probably.
man.
Like, I can't imagine Kinemata jumping around on a stage. Like,
I can. I don't know. You're talking. Like, I can imagine pretty much everyone in that game except for the main character, like, busting a move.
oh, I could see him getting down, but like, Kinemata never shuts up about his mom. How's he gonna do that in interpretive dance?
His mom's dancing behind him. Done.
Oh,
Where's
Yeah, no, I can completely see all this. Like, I could see the characters from, like, Ultimax, though. I can see them in their
Yes.
Ultimax gear doing that.
older and past the events of 3 would make total
Yeah.
sense. And they kind of make these games past the events. Like, this is the last canon Persona 4 game, hopefully. Okay.
I mean, they make reference to... They have made reference to Ultimax in Dancing All Night, but it was, like, really... It was, like, really passive. They were like, oh, we're in a world that is kind of like the Shadow World, but not exactly. I remember when we did that, and we had to fight each other, and that was,
Wink.
like, it. Yeah.
continuity nod?
So- But to explain why I don't think it's a great Persona game, the story mode in this game might as well be called Persona 4 Talking All Night.
Boom.
Damn.
Yeah, I mean, because there
So
was
like the fighting game then.
no, the fighting game had more gameplay than this did.
Okay.
Than this
Wow.
does. It's which is saying a lot. I'm like a chapter into the game, and I've done one actual dance. But I just go into free mode and mess around in that and do all the songs in there, and I'm having a great time. So it's still worth it to pick up the game and just go into free mode and mess around in there and unlock costumes and all that stuff. But if you're going into this to, have a well-paced story with some good elements of, like actual pacing with the gameplay, don't expect that.
I mean,
so it's
I'm
like
not-
any other spin-off they've made so far.
Yeah, I
I
was
guess
about
so,
to
yeah.
say that. Like, that's the fighting game was not a well-paced story. It was like, here's 10 to 15 minutes of thumbing through text, and then here's a couple fights.
I mean, that's true. That is true. But like I said, there was at least some fights.
Sure,
in
like the
that.
text was not rare or few and far between, but it was like, here's your text moment, now here's your fighting moments, now
And
here's
then,
your text moments. Like, they felt
secondly-
not equal, but they felt close.
Yeah, and secondly, though, like the fighting game story had a sense of weight to it. Like it felt like an actual important event in the Persona universe, and this game's story doesn't at all. It's
I mean, I'm not disagreeing with you, but it's a dancing game.
I mean, yeah, but you know, I kind of wish that they just went really dumb with it and didn't try to legitimize it. Like I kind of just end up laughing, not because it's like they're actually trying to make jokes with it. I end up laughing because they're like, the only way we can defeat shadows is by expressing our true selves through dance. But they're like completely like just. I wish that it was a little less straight laced. I wish that they actually had fun with the story instead of just being like, this is a Persona game. We need to treat it seriously. This is about your true self. It's like, all right, they're dancing. It's dumb. Let's have some fun with this.
Sure.
That's what I wish. Because the fighting game, it had its weight to it, and that's why it felt fine for it to be this fighting game. Because they were like, okay, we need, like, this is life or death. And this, it's not even life or death. They're just like, oh, if you get captured, you're gonna want to be with the shadows. It's like you're still gonna be alive, and you're just gonna, I guess, feel okay with the shadows. I don't know. It's
not
weird.
get to dance.
Yeah, you don't dance. You don't feel like dancing anymore
The
if you get
worst
captured.
I want
punishment.
to dance. I
It's
want to
true.
dance.
I wish that Miku was in this story somehow.
Yeah, she's
That's my wish.
the new persona for the main character.
No, I just want her to show up and just be like, guys, listen.
Guys, I've got this Domino's pizza.
Listen,
Me and the
Listen.
gorillas are gonna do an all hologram concert.
I'm gonna pull out my bacon wrapped hot dog and I'm gonna steal the show.
Is that an innuendo?
It's not.
Okay.
She eats bacon wrapped hot dogs all the time.
In like the weird canon of her, not
In a commercial she was in.
Oh, okay. So this is for a different. This is for like a company like Domino's.
It wasn't for. It was like a Kia commercial, I think.
What?
Yeah, she was in a Kia commercial, and then someone like pulls her aside during the commercial and was like, "Hey, do you want a bacon wrapped hot dog?" And she's just like, "Bacon wrapped hot dog," and then they go and eat bacon wrapped hot dogs.
Me too. Miku.
I don't like Miku anymore.
All right, that's fair.
Thanks.
So we're gonna see a Persona 2 Innocent Sin Eternal Punishment dancing all night game.
God,
I'd be
That
down
would-
for that.
that would make so many people mad. I'm kind of down for it.
I'd be so down for it.
Oh man,
Just a
everyone's dancing furiously. I mean, that's SMT, but come on, let's do
Just
that. Let's make that a game.
dancing, murderous, bag-headed fellow.
Just I want to see friggin' Demi Fiend dancing. Let's do that. The Soulless Army.
I want-
Nocturne
You know what?
3.
I want Raido Kuzunoa to break it down. That's what I really
Yeah.
want.
That's what yeah, exactly. All these like super serious SMT characters just going for it, and everyone gets angry about it. That'd be fun.
Jimenez and the angel lady whose name I forget doing a dance-off. That'd be great.
Just go for it. Everyone. I mean, how long until we see Persona 5 spin-offs like this, though?
How long
About-
until we see Persona 5?
Oh,
That's a
thank you,
great
Michael.
question.
We're not going to see spin-offs for another 10 years at the rate that they make games.
Ugh.
Yeah,
But when
let's
it
be
does
honest.
I
happen,
guess.
we'll get 6 of them.
When it does happen, we'll all be in retirement homes.
Oh.
Well, God willing, I'm looking forward to Persona 5 Ultimax Suplex Hold.
Suplex City, Ultimax.
City.
Suplexing all
Yeah.
night.
There you go. Now that's a game. But yeah, no, I do legitimately enjoy Dancing All Night.
That's cool.
My other complaint about it is that the DLC is kind of skeevy. It's
It's Miku.
well, other than because it's mostly costumes, the character DLC is what it is, and I think there's only one song that they're charging for right now. But everything else is just like really shoddy costumes, and they're really expensive. It's like, here, pay $2 for 5 costumes, but there are like 30 costumes.
Oh, you mean skeevy in the financial ripoff sense? I thought you meant skeevy as in the costumes themselves were skeevy.
I mean, one of the free DLCs that I got with the game was the swimsuits.
Yeah,
so...
that was going to be my question. So I saw some of this, and I know some of the outfits you can unlock are like Santa outfits.
Yeah.
That's anime.
How like creepy and disgusting does this get with the outfits?
Some of them are creepy,
unlocked.
some of them aren't. You know, it's a real mixed bag. Like most of the stuff with like a lot of it's like Rize's outfits are more skeevy.
Great.
But yeah, that's kind of it. That's been like a running thing with Persona stuff, is that Rize's always in skimpier stuff. But
Great.
I also saw that a lot of them are in skirts, and that makes me feel uncomfortable because they do a lot of twirls, and I really don't want this to be the panty shot video game.
Actually, that doesn't really happen.
Okay, that's good.
Does it happen a little bit, though?
No.
Okay. You said it doesn't
They're
really
really
happen.
good with the camera work.
Yeah, like it's pretty fine with cameras and all that. Like, really, the only like skeevy bits are a couple of the costumes, but like most of the all of the standard costumes are pretty much fine. Like I could see complaints about Rize's because hers is showing some cleavage, but you know, I think like otherwise everyone's got some actually pretty inventive and cool costumes. Like I like everyone's costumes in that game. Like Kanji's wearing like it's.
I saw Kanji in a Speedo dancing.
Yeah, you can unlock Kanji in a Speedo. You can do
That's
that.
Great.
One of the DLC outfits for that game is, if you remember in Persona 4 when Kanji's Speedo gets ripped off and he has to cover himself up with the vines, you can unlock that as a costume.
The Venus of Milo, I believe, is the reference.
Yes. Yeah, you can unlock that as a costume, or you have to pay for it for DLC. But yeah,
Money well spent.
But yeah, the character DLC, I don't know exactly when each of them are coming out, but it's Margaret, Marie, Adachi, and Miku.
That sounds like the ones you'd go with.
Yeah, and I mean those are all the DLC characters for Ultimax except for Miku. So you know,
she should have been
like...
in Ultimax.
That's 100% true. Yeah, I would love to see Miku in a fighting game.
Throwing pizzas.
Yeah.
And bacon-wrapped hot dogs.
Let's stop talking about Persona.
Let's stop talking about Miku, too.
Yes.
Let's stop talking about Persona, please.
Yeah.
Devin's gonna have a fit. All right, let's move on to news then, shall we? Everyone ready to get going with that?
The newsiest of news.
It's not
all
because
for
it's
your
news.
All right. So last week we didn't have the PlayStation Plus games because they weren't out yet, but they're out yet. They're out now. We know what the PlayStation Plus games are going to be this month. They are for PS4. It will be Unmechanical Extended and Super Meat Boy and Broken Age. I think is Meat Boy. Yeah, Meat Boy is on PS4. I didn't know Meat Boy is on PS4.
Just recently came out, actually, I believe.
Okay.
Yeah, about a month or so ago.
Yeah, so
All
that's
right.
pretty quick turnaround from launching to gold.
Yeah. And then on PS3, you will get Unmechanical Extended is also on PS3. You also get Chariot, Kickbeat, and Kung Fu Rabbit. And then on Vita, it's Meat Boy, Broken Age, Kickbeat, and Kung Fu Rabbit.
That's okay.
It's a pretty good collection of games. Like, I'm pretty down with Meat Boy, mostly for the Vita version. Like, that's a very good sit down, try a couple runs on Vita game. And I'm really excited about Broken Age.
Is that both parts of Broken Age?
Yes.
It's the full thing? Okay.
Yes. How about all y'all? Is there anything on this list that you're excited for?
Broken Age and Meat Boy, basically.
Alright, so yeah, I mean, those two games seem like the good ones.
Hey, maybe there's a hidden gem in there I just haven't picked up on.
Yeah, who knows? We might end up with another Rocket League if with like I don't want to talk smack about any games I don't know about on PlayStation Plus anymore because like I remember the week before Rocket League came out, I remember being like, "Oh, I don't care about this sports looking game. Fuck this." And then it was Rocket League and it's, incredible. So
I'm fine
want
with
to
dissing stuff I don't know anything about, so I'll do it.
All right, well then go for it.
Sure. I don't even remember the names of those games.
More like
Well, there you go. I think that's enough.
uninteresting extended. No, I have no clue about that game.
We'll see.
Hopefully it's good. I'd
Next-
like to play good games.
Yeah. Our next bit of news here, I'm just doing this based on what is on my browser, so I might jump a little bit. Zangief has been confirmed to come back in Street Fighter V. Not much else to say about that. It's just it's cool to see Zangief. He's a real fun character.
I know Mask was hoping for Turkish oil wrestling man.
There's
yeah.
still time. Like they're pushing these things out. Like I hate the way they're doing this. Like an announcement every month, and then everyone constantly talks about it. It's like this is stupid. Like it's a really great way to get everyone to talk about everything about this game.
Yeah.
And it's like it's Zangief. Like, all right, what's next week? Ken. Like, okay,
They already
great.
did
They already
that.
announced Ken, but yeah.
I know. I'm using that as an example. Like,
Mustard hair Ken, to be specific.
but like, of course, Ken is in a Street Fighter game. Like, I just think if these were announcements were like actually characters that surprised people, which I know there's been like one or two, then
Yeah, like
then
confirming
this would,
Karen or a new
Or
character.
Mika.
that's a real announcement. That's something you make a trailer for. But all this other stuff, like how many trailers have they made? How much time,
Lots.
effort, money does that take? That's not being put into that game.
I don't know.
Like that.
I think it's
not
probably
that
negligible amounts of that, though.
I know that trailers cost money to make. So, like, at what point does this stuff get ridiculous? And I think it's way past it. Like, we live in an age where people scrutinize Kickstarters for how much money they make. And like, you were playing Skullgirls earlier, John, and they said that it cost over $100,000 to make a character, and yet nobody questions like, why does Street Fighter V have to make 1,000 different trailers? Nobody cares. So that stuff just at some point it's like I don't care. Just is this game good or not? At some point I don't care like every single character. I just want to play the game. So
I mean that's you, but like I think, a lot of these characters are being announced in their home countries. Like Zangief was announced while they were showing Street Fighter off in Russia, and Rashid, a new character, was in I think a Dubai event.
Yeah,
Dubai event.
That's
He's a Middle Eastern character.
That stuff's cool. Like that's a smart way to make this different. But I don't really care about Zangief. I like Zangief. Don't get me wrong. I like Street Fighter, but at some point I'm tired of like, all right, it's another month. Here's another Street Fighter. Like, here's another update.
Yeah, I don't know. They just want to keep it on people's minds.
Well, yeah, they're marketing.
I gotta say, it seems to be working. Usually with this sort of game, you don't hear nearly as much chatter as I've been hearing on a regular basis about Street Fighter V.
It's Street Fighter, so that's a bigger deal than pretty much every other fighting game.
Except maybe Smash.
No,
Well,
Street
Well, no, I
Fighter
mean in
is the
terms
king.
of like a buzz with the general public type thing.
Maybe.
Like the way
but...
people anticipate characters in Smash, can you say it's entirely dissimilar?
Street Fighter is the king of fighting games.
Yeah,
I'm not
like,
saying that
peop-
they're
peop-
comparable in terms of which is the more serious fighting game. I'm just saying in terms of like this sort of character anticipation hype machine.
Well,
it's
different for Smash because Smash's characters are tied to other franchises. Like
Yeah.
Ryu isn't in his own separate game; he's just in Street Fighter.
And in Smash
when you talk
Bros,
about
heyo.
yeah, but
I'm
he
sorry, I just
he
wanted
made
to
his
say that.
but all those characters made their names somewhere else, whereas Street Fighter is just Street Fighter.
Mhm.
Like yeah, some of those characters came from I forget what the precursor to Street Fighter was called, but
Well, no, there wasn't a precursor. It's just there's a couple of characters that are from
Final Fight.
Final Fight,
there's something
like Cody and Guy.
yeah.
and
So, but
Poison.
for the most part, like Street Fighter is its self-contained thing.
Mm-hmm.
So all that hype is like, wow, they got this other game in my Smash Brothers, but that rarely doesn't happen in Street Fighter.
And then even then, they only really do trailers for newcomers in Smash.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right, well, I guess that's a good segue to the Smash Bros. News. We talked about it a couple weeks ago when they actually announced it, the Super Mario Maker stage, but that came out. Not only that, but there were a couple of other things that were in this update. In the Wii U version of the game, you can buy the Super Mario Maker stage. You could also buy the pirate ship stage from Brawl, which is the Wind Waker, the stage that has like the King of Red Lions and all the stuff shooting at you. But yeah, the Mario Maker stage is $2.50 if you want to buy it for one console, or $3.50 for both. The pirate ship stage is $2, and the 3DS version, for free with the update, got the Duck Hunt stage from the Wii U version.
Oh, nice.
So that's just a free stage. There were also some new Mii costumes, including some sort of businessman outfit, a Captain Falcon outfit, a Toad outfit, a Fox outfit, and some Monster Hunter outfits, which is a pretty big deal, I guess. Because it's Monster Hunter. People are pretty excited about the Monster Hunter.
People like Monster Hunter.
But I mean, yeah, the Mario Maker stage is fantastic. I played a couple matches on it a few days ago, and just I was full on giggling the whole time I was watching it, just because it's so cool just to see this hand pop up and create this stage, and then if you interact with something, like say if you bump your head against a block, a couple seconds later the hand will show back up and replace it.
That's cool.
It's super neat, and the stage is completely different every time. I mean, unless you're playing on like Omega Form or something, then it'll just be the flat surface, but it'll still rotate between the different styles of Mario. And there's even a song in the game that all it is it just rotates between all the different ground themes. So if the stage starts with like original Mario Brothers, it'll be the original Mario Brothers song, but then it'll switch to Mario 3 and it'll start playing the Mario 3 song. And like that's super neat.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's pretty well thought out.
Yeah, I at least recommend getting the Mario Maker stage. You know, the pirate ship stage. Yeah, whatever. That stage isn't great, but like it's definitely worth getting the Mario Maker stage for Smash. The next bit of news we got here: PS4 3.0 came out. Nothing really else to say about it.
Go join the Video Game Choo Choo community.
Yeah, that is something. I made a Chooch community on PS4. I actually don't know how to search communities on that.
I think you can search for. I only spent like 30 seconds with it earlier today.
Yeah, there's a browse function, and you can kind of search by that. And then also, any communities that your friends are a part of, you can find through them. Like, John, through you, I was able to find a lot of the Giant Bomb communities and everything. Yeah. So it's pretty easy to connect to other things that people are getting into.
I mean, yeah, if you just look up, I don't want to like. I don't think I'm gonna get a shit ton of friend requests from mentioning my PSN account on here. But just if you go onto my PSN account, which is just John Surfbot, I think, right? Yeah, you should be able to see it on there. Maybe. If not, just Video Game Choo Choo on the communities. Join it. Maybe we'll do some sort of event through that. I could see maybe once Metal Gear Online comes out, maybe we can schedule some sort of big, like have all of us play that together, or something like that. That might be fun.
Uh-oh, John. Now you're gonna get hounded by all those PSN honeys.
Yeah, the legendary PSN honey.
It's a big bear.
Yeah, I mean, sure. Yeah.
I like honey.
God.
Yeah. Hang on, let me see if there's any more PS4 news that I can talk about. Yeah, here's something. During a developer session at EGX,
right,
Shuhei Yoshida was asked about the prospect of a sequel to the Vita, like a follow-up to the Vita, and he said that the climate is not healthy for one now because of mobile gaming, and so it seems like, at least in the foreseeable future, we will not see a follow-up to the Vita.
Makes sense.
Makes sense. It's also a bummer,
Gonna,
but
gonna
Yeah,
say, between
but
Nintendo's continued supremacy in the portable area and then with the mobile market, it's a tough life out there.
I mean, the Vita
Yeah.
did all right. Like, it sold well. It's like, especially in Japan, like, you
Yeah.
can't compete with cell phones right now.
Yeah.
And when games cost on the Vita, like, what is it, like a $40? Is that the base price on the Vita?
it's anywhere between like 30 and 40. Like, Dancing All Night's a $50 game.
Yeah. So when you ask people to do that, and on their phones they can just pay nothing, it's kind of hard to convince them. Like, hey, you paid $300 for your phone that you're going to get anyways. Now come buy a Vita. Also, our games are $40. That's a hard sell.
Mhm.
No, it makes me wonder if, I think I said it in the piece. It makes me wonder if Nintendo is gonna, like, there's all those rumors that there will be a mobile thing with NX. If that is actually true, if Nintendo is just willing to do that.
Well, we'll see.
Yep.
I think Nintendo, if anyone is going to continue doing handhelds, it'll be Nintendo. But
Yeah,
you know,
they started it.
and I think they'll end it.
If it does end up ending, anyways.
They're gonna have just like a huge fucking bonfire outside of Nintendo headquarters. Like, throw your cell phones in and get a free 3DS. I'm fine with that.
Yeah, sure.
No, I mean,
Need to upgrade anyway.
Yeah.
Speaking of throwing out the old bathwater, Black Ops 3 will not have a campaign on the old consoles.
It won't have campaign. It won't have the esports suite of whatever suite of esports was in there, and it won't have a gun customization mode either. But it will.
So it's just the multiplayer and zombies.
Yes, unless there's something else in there that I don't know about. It's just multiplayer, just zombies, and it's $50.
Okay.
Which is a weird way of saying that the campaign, the esports suite, and the gun customization thing is worth about $10.
Yeah, that sounds a little lopsided considering how much effort they put into the campaign. Like, I just found out they hired Christopher Maloney to be the bad guy in that game.
I mean, they're trying to make money still. Like, they don't actually think it's worth $10, but that's kind of what they're saying.
I
think it's less that, and it's more that even if they did strip all of that out and save money, they're still going to charge $50 for a last gen version. They're not going to want to chop it the full amount of whatever they saved. They want to still make a profit. People are still going to buy this version. Probably not as much as the PS4 and Xbox One version, but I think there's still enough of a market to obviously offer it. I think what we're seeing is this generation become kind of what the original Xbox and PS2 did for a while, like especially with series like Call of Duty and say even FIFA, to where they still have to offer it. Yeah, and Madden. They still have to offer a last gen version. It's just you're not going to get everything thrown on those discs.
Yeah, for sure. Like that's exactly what this is, but it's just weird. It's weird to see it happen so quickly. I guess maybe it's not as quickly as I think it is, but it's weird to see this happen so quickly, and with Call of Duty of all things.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, they're keeping it 50 also so that like people don't just flood over and buy a $30 version of the game on old consoles, which they still own. That they actually are still like, well, it's only $10 more, and I get the new one. Like, it's also a way to keep people from like tricking them and still getting the multiplayer they want.
Yeah. Remember when they had that thing where if you had a digital version of an old game on PS3, you could upgrade it?
Yeah, that was cool.
I almost did that with like Assassin's Creed Black Flag, because they had some sale on Amazon, and it was like the old version is $20, and then I would have just upgraded it with $10 because I think the PS4 version was $40. So I was like, oh, that's $10 less still.
Yeah,
but I was just like, whatever. I'm still not going to play Assassin's Creed.
That was you made the right choice, John.
Great.
Yeah.
Speaking of making the right choice, the Deus Ex Augment Your Pre-Order thing got canceled. Thank goodness.
Yeah.
If you don't remember, it was that thing where if a certain number of people pre-ordered Deus Ex: Mankind Divided, different tiers of prizes would get unlocked, and eventually, once a certain number of people pre-ordered, they were gonna say, "Oh, now the game's coming out a couple days earlier." They decided to just completely nix that.
Thank God.
Yeah, on this press release, I'm just going to read what Ryan wrote. The press release states that the idea of Augment Your Pre-Order was to give more choice about what players received in terms of pre-order incentives, but that a IPO created even more frustration and resulted in a resounding amount of negative feedback. So they're still going to put out the game on the standard February 23rd release. And it sounds like they're just if they're going to do any pre-order bonuses, it'll just be one pre-order bonus instead of a shit ton of them.
Yeah,
so
are you
whatever.
Are you sure? Because what I read was that it comes out on the regular date, but everything's in there anyways.
Oh,
you just
okay.
have to pre-order it or get the day one edition, and you get pretty much everything that was going to be unlocked if you just pre-order it like normal.
Except now they're not
Okay.
blackmailing you for it with pre-orders.
Yeah, that's what this says. You're right. Yeah, they're just gonna any planned digital content will be available to everyone who pre-orders the game. That'll be in-game costumes, missions, OST sampler, and digital comics. Yeah, that's what this says. But don't pre-order the game.
Yeah.
Don't pre-order games. Just don't. Not a good idea. Deus Ex this game will probably be good. Don't pre-order it. Just, there will probably be game day one editions out there after like a week. So read the reviews, and then if it sounds like a game that you want to get, you'll probably be able to find the day one edition somewhere. Like I still see day one editions of Phantom Pain in the wild.
Ooh.
The game's been out for like what? At like 3 weeks, maybe a month.
A week?
It's been a while. It's been like 3 weeks.
Oh yeah, I've had it for
Phantom
a week.
Pain.
Sorry.
Oh yeah, that's how long you've had.
The world revolves around me, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So I tell myself.
All right, let's see here. Our next bit of news here. I don't know if any of you remember Twisted Pixel.
Yeah.
They were pretty, or they are a pretty interesting indie dev. They made games such as the Splosion Man series,
Well,
Comic Jumper.
They weren't indie.
Yeah, you're right.
Now they're indie.
Well, they kind of were, but then they weren't.
No, they were not
'cause
indie. They were owned by Microsoft.
They never were. Because they could, at the very least, I thought that they started indie when they made the Maw, and then Microsoft bought them after that.
Yes, I think that's how it went.
So they were
Okay,
indie
so
for a
they
very
were-
short amount of time, but they
Yeah.
weren't.
Yeah, exactly. So for most of Twisted Pixel's lifespan, they weren't indie. They were making games exclusively for Microsoft. But just recently, they finally became indie, and they are back on their own. They're not owned by Microsoft anymore. I mean, this might be because, Local Cycle wasn't great, and that kind of, mucked up their reputation, I suppose. But, I'm interested to see what Twisted Pixel makes in the future, because I really dug Explosion Man.
Yeah, they have a very unique style all their own.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I definitely want to see more from them.
And this makes business sense. Like, why just sell, especially now that the PS4 sold out, or outsold the Xbox One by so much. Like, yeah, sure, go make more money.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I could definitely still see them making Xbox games in the future. Like, this seems to be like a mutual
Oh yeah, they
agreement thing.
both Microsoft and Twisted Pixel were out there saying like, no, we're still buddies. We still want to make Xbox games. We just want to make games for other stuff too.
Yeah, like I was seeing Phil Spencer tweeting at Twisted Pixel, like, "Oh, good luck out there, everyone. Make some games for us too."
Yeah.
That kind of
Like
stuff.
a father
So-
letting his child out into the world.
Exactly. Let's see what other things do we have on here. Oh, this is an interesting one. There will be some okay. Who has heard of Loot Crate here?
I have.
I have.
Evan?
Yeah.
Loot Crate is an interesting thing in which you subscribe every month and you get a box full of things that you can't really choose what it is, but it's just like nerdy shit. So
They usually
one
have
month,
themes.
Yeah, they have themes, but
Like Heroes, or
Uh,
Villains, or Heroes 2, or
Or
Action.
Doctor Who, or Pokemon.
mhm. Well, what if instead of getting physical goods, you got a bundle of games?
Tell me more!
Oh, so GameFly.
Well, digital games.
GameFly, I believe you can stream stuff through them now.
Yeah, you
Really?
can do
So
digital
you're-
games now.
So you're talking
All
about
right.
GameFly.com.
No, I'm actually talking about the newest Humble Bundle
What?
Uh-huh.
subscription plan called Humble Monthly, where every month they send you a bundle of games. They just decide on which ones they do. It's $12 a month, and they just send you a bundle the first Friday. And if you the first bundle will be on November 6th, and if you subscribe now, you get a copy of Legend of Grimrock 2.
This
And
seems weird to me because like the current setup is you just choose if you want the bundle and then you pay whatever you'd like, and if you pay over a certain amount you get other games, blah blah blah. So is there like a certain month requirement? Like if I sign up for a subscription, do I have to subscribe for 6 months? Or can I just subscribe, pay $12, get the games that are in the bundle, and then bail?
let's see what this says. It says Humble doesn't share what games are included ahead of time. You'll only get the bundle if you're subscribed before its contents are revealed.
That's lame.
Games are always playable through Steam for Windows and other platforms in some cases. Subscribers can expect each month's featured titles to not only be on par with the type of premium content that Humble Bundle is known for, but with even more value. Highly curated bundle of our favorite games at one fixed price includes everything from recent hits to hidden gems and timeless classics. What I'm reading on this article.
Here's a big difference. 5% of proceeds will go to charity, which
So you can't choose what goes to charity.
yeah,
But
which is a pretty big
I
difference
mean,
from how it currently operates, where you can choose exactly where your money goes and how.
Well,
I don't know, I mean,
they're trying to make
Humble has
they're trying
to
to
keep the
make
lights
money.
on.
Yeah,
Like I said,
that's
I'm not
what this
saying
is.
it's a bad thing. I'm just saying it's definitely a big difference because compared to they're usually it's gone from you can choose how it gets divided to no, yeah, we need a little bit of profit to keep it going.
Well, it's because they've been struggling lately. Like they haven't been doing as well.
Yeah.
So they're trying to make that money.
Well, and
Trying to
also,
make that
Michael,
paper.
to answer your question, it says that you can cancel your subscription anytime, but it has to be at least a week before the next bundle because they charge you a week ahead.
Ugh, none of that sounds great. I get why they're doing it, but none of that sounds great.
It also says that first-time subscribers will get a copy of a game from the previous month's bundle. So, if you subscribe after November 6th, you'll get one game, and then you'll get the next bundle.
And I bet you don't choose that game.
Yeah, I'm guessing you don't. And then it says, but at the very least, when you cancel, you get to keep all the games because they're just Steam keys.
Okay, so it's not like Netflix.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, yeah, it's like Loot Crate. If you cancel your Loot Crate subscription, they're not going to come send people over to take your stuff back.
Yeah, exactly. But,
Yeah, but if you cancel PlayStation Plus, you don't get those games.
you lose those games.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
You just
Yikes.
you can't play them anymore. Same
Yeah, so
same
you
with
have to pay for PlayStation Plus every year.
Yeah, same with Xbox.
It's worth
I was
it.
going to say, I'm not going to
But-
suddenly stop paying for it because of that, but that is just, I'm like,
Yeah.
It's always been that way.
Next bit of news here. Speaking of spending a bunch of money, Oculus VR is going to be at least over $350.
Yep. They-
Palmer Luckey came out and said that it would be over that because he doesn't want to use repurposed parts. He wants to use custom parts that Samsung made for them, and to make sure
Samsung is one of the companies partnering with them,
okay,
not
yeah,
just Samsung.
yeah.
right. And just Palmer went on to say that he wanted Oculus to be the top of the line, best VR helmet on the market, and just something that can draw people in. So he wouldn't want it to be some like cheapo looking thing that would make people passing by look away because they think it looks too weird. He wanted it to be something that would draw people in.
Yeah.
Makes sense, but at the same time, as you pointed out in this article, Michael, overpricing it, making it super expensive, will still turn people away because they don't want to spend money on something that hasn't been proven.
Yeah, well, not even just hasn't been proven, but like, you can show me the coolest thing in the world, but if you tell me it's $3,000 or even $450, like, I'm not gonna jump out of my seat and go get it. And for a lot of people, you can't just buy an Oculus. Like, you have to have the computer that plays it. That in itself is expensive. So you're telling people, hey, go spend $800. I'm not sure what the pricing on the PC that they suggest would be, but go spend $600 on a nice PC. Also spend another $400 on this Oculus.
Yeah.
When you could go get a PS4 for less than $400.
And also
And you're
spend
done.
however much on each game.
That's true.
Yeah, so I get exactly what he's saying. He wants this since it's going to be the first big VR helmet. Like, it's been the one for the longest time. He wants it to stand out and be impressive, but like, that's not the way to do it. It's like Xbox, when Microsoft got into the video game, they lost money on every Xbox sold. Like, they knew to get an established market, they're going to have to take a hit. And they shoved a PC into a big black box, and it looked ugly, and they said, well, this is what we have to do. Oculus, or somebody has to do that, because if Oculus sits on the high end and whatever else sits on the low end, there's nothing that shows off VR, but is also affordable. Unless
I don't know if there's going to be anything like that because...
Unless PlayStation VR is a miracle.
Well, they've already said that PlayStation VR is going to be priced like a console.
Oh, jeez.
And Valve's is supposed to be... Like, I've heard talk that the Vive, or whatever it's called, I've heard that they've already said that that's going to be way more expensive than the Oculus. Like, that's supposed to be... That's the high-end one.
Then this like, whatever you want to call it, is dead. Like, it's dead. Like, it's dead before it began.
I think it's going to be now more of a hobby than anything. It's not going to be the consumer entry-level thing that we expected it to.
And that's
I think
a shame.
if they can... Yeah, I know, but if they can survive this first round, this kind of testing, they're going to find ways to cut corners on costs. They're going to make more accessible versions later on, but I don't know if it's smart of them to kind of defer this a whole generation. You know, you would want this to be as accessible as possible, and raising the prices and raising the quality of products, I don't know if that's necessarily going to make it very universal and accepted, but it will at least be very nice for the people who can afford it.
Yeah, it's going to be exactly what it's always been, where there are the people who have been buying the development kits and all this other stuff, but it's just going to be people who are like, yeah, man, VR is great. I'm like, that's cool. I'm not going to go buy one, so I'll just wait. It's going to be what it's always been. You're just waiting for VR to be, not even be good. You're just waiting for it to be accessible, and that's really a shame that it's not going to be accessible.
Obviously, we just gotta wait it out until Apple goes into the hat with their version.
I mean, Apple's would be expensive
No,
too.
I know, that's
You're
what I'm
that as
saying,
if
though, is Apple
expensive.
always puts out an expensive product, but then it comes out and people like it. Except the watch. They did not like that.
And, yeah, but Apple doesn't like gaming, so it wouldn't be a gaming device.
It would just be a virtual reality device.
Yeah, it wouldn't be anything that anybody here would be interested in, so... It's just, it's a real shame. Like, that's not the way. And like, if Oculus doesn't care, if they're just sitting there saying, like, no, we're the high end, we're the really good one, great for them. But for VR at large, that's terrible.
Yep.
So speaking of
terrible.
Okay, yeah, you want to talk about terrible? Let's talk about Amiibos real quick. Just real quick. Just really quick. Michael, you wrote this up.
I know.
You wrote this up, and you just talk smack about me in this article.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, you said if you're like our intrepid editor in chief, then Amiibos are your life. Jeez.
I also say whether you're a casual amiibo collector or a Machonsky level collector.
God.
You have a lot of amiibos. Like,
I do, but look, I'm like in the middle of being casual and hardcore
No,
you're
amiibo
not.
collecting.
There's people way worse than John. There's
There
the
are
people who
pe- yeah.
bought like 10 packs of the same amiibo.
Well, yeah.
that
Yeah.
doesn't mean
point them.
John is then casual.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm in the middle.
No.
No.
I've only waited out in front of stores twice, not 500 times like everyone else.
No, you're not in the middle. You are on the extreme end. You're not at the very end, but you're not middle. You're saying the average amiibo owner owns over 20?
Maybe.
No. Stop lying to yourself.
All right,
Read
well,
the damn
look.
story.
All right, here's the story. A bunch of rare amiibos have been confirmed to be returning to stores. And it's interesting that these amiibos are some of these amiibos are retailer exclusive and they're not exclusive anymore.
Yay.
Little Mac, Captain Falcon, Fox, Greninja, Lucario, and Shulk will all be restocked and will be at select retailers soon. Nobody knows exactly when they will be showing up. I have actually seen reports of them being in stores like now. Like I've seen pictures of people at Toys R Us's
Right now.
a day or two ago just grabbing big bundles of Lucario amiibos. Like they seem to be
God
in
damn
good they seem to be in good stock. So
And so people
Go for
are
it.
just going out there and buying as many as possible, which will then make them rare again, which will put, and then people complain like Nintendo doesn't make enough. You people are your own worst enemies.
Just don't buy the
I thi-
second-hand ones and make them regret their horrible purchases.
no, I think they're still doing one per customer, but you know, I'm
hope
so. seeing like workers like while they're stocking.
Okay.
Being like, we got a bunch of them.
Oh, okay, that's a lot better.
Dear crazy
Yeah.
people, they're in.
Yeah, exactly. But you know, these are some of the rarest amiibos, so it's good to hear that they are coming back. And also, just to argue against something that you said in this article, I only own one of these amiibos already.
What did I say?
You said that I already have all of them. I don't.
You know what? It was a good guess.
Yeah, I have Shulk, and that's it.
You know,
So you can calm down.
probabilities
Little
were on
Mac.
my side.
I want to get Little Mac. I want to get all of these are cool. I want to get Greninja so I can finish the joke that I made because I have a Sheik amiibo and I named it Greninja, so I need to get Greninja so I can name it Sheik.
Oh, jeez.
I need to complete this.
You're literally buying amiibos for the sake of jokes. That
Yes!
is not casual or even semi-casual behavior.
Hey, guess what?
it's jokes.
All amiibos are jokes.
Oh, snap. No, I do want that Captain Falcon, though, because just Captain Falcon.
Speaking of jokes, Mighty Number 9.
All right,
The
that's
greatest
pretty,
joke of all.
that was a pretty good segue.
Yeah.
Thank you. Mighty Number 9 is now scheduled to launch in February of next year.
Yeah, right.
Wink, wink.
Yeah, well,
Is that demo out yet?
yes.
Really? It came out?
Oh, it actually
Yes.
did.
All right, cool.
Congratulations.
Yes. So I'm just gonna read off all of these release dates here. The digital and physical versions of Mighty Number 9 for PS4, Wii U, and Xbox One will come out February 9th. It's coming out digitally only on Linux, Mac, PS3, 360, and Windows, but that'll be the same day. And then downloadable versions on 3DS and Vita will be on a later date. So that's pretty much everything February 9th, except for 3DS and Vita.
Which will get delayed for months,
And the-
probably.
Which I don't think that'll ever come out. I'll just say that right now, the 3DS and Vita versions of Mighty Number 9 will never come out.
It'll be the next Mortal Kombat not coming out on PS3 and Xbox 360.
Exactly. Yeah, I mean, honestly, I'm surprised that they're putting it out on PS3 and 360, so, you know. And outside of North America, it will come out February 12th. So there you go. February 9th, folks.
Look forward to that delay.
Yeah, look forward to it not coming out then. Speaking of delays, Trackmania Turbo will not come out this year. That was the latest Trackmania game. It's coming out sometime next year. Ubisoft said that they got valuable feedback from fans and they are going to take it very seriously and use the information from their beta to enhance the campaign and the game's interface.
Fans don't seem to like this. We need to fix this thing.
No, I guess that's better than not fixing it.
Well,
Sure.
I'm more optimistic about it than I am about Mighty Number 9.
They said that they will also improve multiplayer and online stability, just in case. But it seems like they're really focusing on the interface, because that a lot of people were complaining about that.
Ubisoft is known for having UI and interface issues.
I mean, just Trackmania in general, really. Alright, and now we're gonna end the news on a real gut punch.
Oh.
There we go. So Silent Hills.
Mm-hmm.
That was a thing. It seemed to be a collection of dreams. It was a bunch of cool people and Norman Reedus making a game that everyone is excited for.
It was an idea that somebody had and had gotten some dudes together to say, yes, let's do this. And then Konami said, okay, we'll put this random thing together that's marketing material. It was never actually a game.
Well, I hope that there was at least some concept art made, because according to Guillermo del Toro on his Twitter, not only were Kojima and him and Norman Reedus working on that game, but Junji Ito, the famous manga artist, was also working on Silent Hills.
Right.
Yeah, if you don't know who that is, you should Google him and just check out the art he made. He's known for, because it's unique.
It's pretty crazy. There's some shit.
Yeah, he's got some body horror stuff. Just to warn anyone, if you're not cool with he's not the most fucked up artist I've ever seen, but he's got some creepy shit up his sleeve for sure.
Exactly, yeah. If that's something if body horror stuff bothers you, then don't look into that.
Maybe
but,
you know him from
the
classic "This Hole Is Mine, This Hole Was Made for Me" image that went around for a while.
Yeah, he's also famous for his it's Uzumaki.
Yeah, Uzumaki is
right?
a classic. Go read it, Sam.
Yeah. I think my favorite thing that he had made though was he made a I think it's called like My Cat Diary or something, where it's just about him and his wife living with their cats. And it's really great because there's still a bunch of body horror in it, because it's just like reaction shots of him freaking out about his cat like throwing up on the floor. It's a really great little manga. I think that's getting an official release sometime soonish, and I would recommend picking that up because it's cool. It's really
So basically, he's a cool dude.
Yeah, he seems like a really neat guy, and it's a super bummer that, you know, at the least Silent Hills didn't get to come out for the monster designs. I would love to see Junji Ito's take on Pyramid Head or something like that.
If there would even be Pyramid Head in that game, which, to be fair, Konami would probably force them to put it in, but would they have put it in of their own free will? I don't know.
Yeah, who knows? But you know, I hope that in maybe 5 years, when whatever embargo lifts, there will be some sort of leak of concept art for that game.
Assuming it was ever made.
Yeah, well, I mean, if they actively had Junji Ito working on that game.
Is that what the tweet said? Did it say he was, or he was slated to?
Like Guillermo del Toro said that Junji Ito was a collaborator on the game.
Okay.
So they were
Collaborating.
working on that game. Yeah, he was a collaborator.
He wasn't just somebody they were going to bring in at a later time.
Yeah, he was already working on that game when it got
But
canceled.
hey, hopefully those rumors floating about that Del Toro and Kojima is still wanting to do this thing, hopefully they'll do that, and hopefully they'll get Junji Ito back on board.
Yeah, I think they would if they're going to do something together. All right, well, that was the news. Michael, do you want to read the questions?
I have questions.
All right, let's go for it.
There are
Do you
questions.
want to remind everybody how to ask questions?
You can send an email to podcast@videogamechoochoo.com, or you can go to whatever the Tumblr is, videogamechoochoo.tumblr.com/ask.
Yes.
Hey, I got it right.
Yeah.
You can go to that, and you can ask us stuff. You can ask us stuff anonymously.
Yeah,
if you choose.
if you're a little scared of showing your face, you
Mhm.
can send an anonymous question.
Yeah, it'll just show me dudes in sunglasses, or actually just like circles, in
I was
sunglasses.
gonna say we don't know the gender of those circles.
They are.
Let's not gender spheres.
They are circles. The first question is from Dr. Tracksuit.
That's Niall.
Yeah.
Dr. Tracksuit, I can't confirm or deny who that is. It just
It's the real
says-
Dr. Tracksuit. Let us
Yeah.
believe.
Yeah, so Dr. Tracksuit asks, what if there was a second, like, more recent John? Wouldn't that be crazy?
He's talking about new Jonathan.
Fallout.
Oh,
new
really?
Jonathan.
Really?
There's no new Jonathan. It's not real.
Are you
What
kidding?
is he talking about?
I have seen.
New Jonathan.
Okay.
I have seen Fallout New Jonathan.
Yeah. Oh my God. You know what? I think Niall is going to have to like make that the episode picture because that picture makes me so fucking
I
angry.
love that picture.
Mike Cosimano was just going ham and made a bunch of John Machonsky photoshops, and one of them was he put my face on the Fallout New Vegas cover art
Fair.
and made it Fallout New Jonathan,
Mhm.
but he didn't have to. But he changed the new in New Vegas to just a Comic Sans thing. He didn't have to replace the new in New Vegas, but he still did.
That's
That
his
makes me
artistic
so
choice.
mad.
That's his
Yeah.
I
artistic
love
decision
it
right
so
there, man.
much.
That's awesome.
Fucking hate it. I fucking hate all of those, but I hate that one even more because he had to change the new. He didn't have to do it. Why? Fuck.
Because he is
Next
a beautiful
question.
artist.
This question is from Anonymous. It asks, what song, the Sphere with Sunglasses asks, what song has been stuck in your head most recently? Can you make John sing it? All right, we'll go down the line. Devin, what song has been stuck in your head
Man.
most recently?
Well, the 21st of September just passed, so of course I was playing that Earth, Wind, and Fire song all night long.
Nice.
Yeah, so that's the... Do you remember the 21st night, September? That one.
Yeah, all right, John, sing it.
All right, here we go.
Here we go.
You sound so scared.
All right.
All right, okay, what song has been stuck in your head lately?
A lot of different theme songs to a lot of different Kamen Rider shows. Sing all of
Alright,
them,
well-
John.
Okay, here we go.
Do all of them at one time.
All right. There.
Oh,
Great,
come on.
alright,
You
there
didn't
we
even
go.
Put in the
That-
effort to like make up a fake one.
Okay, hang on now. Go, Space Hunter, Drake Redcrest. I don't know.
What the fuck?
That's from Chibi Robo.
All right,
Everyone
then.
should play Chibi Robo.
I've had a really good song stuck in my head.
Okay.
It's by Silento. It's
All right.
called "Watch Me." Do you know?
All
Do you know
right.
that song?
I don't know that particular number. I'm sorry.
Oh,
We'll just make up a song based on it.
yeah.
Okay.
How do you not know "Watch Me"?
Silento. Dun, 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 dun. Watch me. Dun, 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 dun. Silento. Dun, 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 dun. Watch me.
How many artists do you know that like say their name constantly during the song?
Hey, to be fair, there are
Not
a
enough.
decent number that do.
All right.
Not enough.
Well, you actually weren't that far off, so
Okay. Cool.
you should listen to that song. It's really dumb.
All right.
It's a rap song, hip hop.
Oh, is that the like the?
Watch me whip.
Okay,
Watch
that
me
one.
nay nay. Yeah, that one.
Okay.
That's the song.
All right.
Would you like to?
Well-
Would you like to attempt it?
It doesn't
can look up
matter
the
whether
words,
he
we'll
wants
wait.
To. He just has to.
I don't wanna.
He has to, though. It's the contract we entered in when this anonymous user sent us an ask.
Yeah, this anonymous user that totally wasn't me.
Dashing hero flashing through the space
God
waves.
damn it.
He's
No.
red and
No.
black and white and yellow
No.
too. Justice is what he puts up fight for.
That's-
But it's a mystery. What does this justice mean? He hasn't got a clue.
You lied.
Thugs who think they can disturb the peace.
You're a liar.
Get a taste of his space fury. Protector of the universe. That is his destiny. Go, Space Hunter! Drake Redcrest.
Fly Mac, jump, eat John, escape John. Eat jump.
Next question.
Eat jump.
Next
question.
Next question.
Okay.
Next question.
Also from Anonymous.
What's stuck in John's head,
best-
though?
It was the Space Hunter Drake Red Crest
Yeah.
song. That's why I sang
Okay.
it.
And who cares what John?
Thanks.
Next question. What is the best Tony Hawk Pro Skater soundtrack?
Oh.
Oh.
Man, we need Niall for this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll defer to whatever Niall says.
I play a lot of 2, and that is probably the one with the most songs that I like still listen to today.
Mm-hmm.
Like a lot of Rage, a lot of who else is in that? Bad Religion, I think, is on that one. A lot of I think Naughty by Nature is in that. I think
The theme song was Anthrax and Public Enemy. That's a pretty good starting point.
Yep, that was a pretty good one.
Quite
Though the
combo.
first one is also pretty good with some. I think Dead Kennedys is in that one. In the first one, maybe.
Dead Kennedys was in. That was the theme song to American Wasteland. They may have been in Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1, but California Uber Alice was American Wasteland's theme song.
Yeah. Okay. I don't know. They all blur together at some point,
Yeah.
but
Whichever one had Amoeba in it.
I think that was 3.
Yeah.
Okay,
think you're
3
right.
wins.
I think.
Congratulations.
Nope.
No, it's 2.
Nope.
Oh,
It's
2 wins.
So, for me-
Congratulations.
So, Tony Hawk Underground.
Mm-hmm.
It starts off with Jurassic 5's A Day at the Races, which is still to this day one of my favorite songs.
It's a good song.
Yeah. I think that is my favorite theme song, but I think as far as getting into the tracks and everything, I think 3 was one of my favorites. Because that came out when I was, I believe, 12 years old, and just super into punk and all that stuff.
You were at the right age.
Yeah.
It hit perfectly, honestly.
You were the target demographic.
I really was. I lived in the suburbs and attempted to skateboard often.
Yep.
That was the Tony Hawk pie chart right there.
Yeah, basically.
Tony Hawk's pie chart skater.
Yeah, I think 2 is like the first one I really got really into. I don't remember if I played 1 and then played 2, or if I played 2 and then played 1. I don't remember.
You know what you're
But 2
not
is the
playing?
one.
5.
I'm not playing 5, but 2 is like the one that I think became like probably too obsessed with.
Right. Here's an idea. Let's leave like a couple of seconds. Niall, edit in, record yourself saying what the best one is in your opinion.
And why?
And put it in right here. Okay. Put it in here.
So I really like 3. That's got a lot of stuff I really like on it, like the Ramones, Rollins Band, AFI, CKY, stuff like that. I think 4 is pretty good too. It's got a good mix of punk and rap, I think, because it's got like stuff like Run DMC and NWA, things like that on it, as well as the punk stuff. And I think American Wasteland is a pretty decent soundtrack for the most part. There are some songs on that I don't really like, but there's a little bit more variety to it. I feel like it's cool that it's sort of got more like grindcore and stuff like that. Like it's got Pig Destroyer on it and things like that. So I think that's pretty cool. Yeah, by and large, I think those soundtracks are pretty solid. Yeah.
You're wrong. He's wrong.
Yeah. Fuck you, Niall.
Yeah.
You're
What are you talking about? Niall?
Motherfucking
Jeez.
Niall.
Shit.
God.
All right. Last question.
Last question, also from Anonymous, asks in all caps, "What's the deal with companies releasing broken games all the damn time, son?"
No, it's all the time, damn son.
Oh,
Damn, son.
whatever.
I don't know. Games are hard.
Companies are butts.
Yeah. Games are hard. They're getting more complicated. Like, there's DLC to try to make money back now. Like, I don't know. It's a lot of
Publishers.
a lot of server issues. Yeah, like, I don't know.
It's an industry with a whole lot of bullshit.
If you're talking specifically about the case, like, there haven't been too many games where the core game is busted, like that I can think of recently. Like, you have Batman, but that was a port, and Tony Hawk is a mess in more ways than it being busted. It's a weird time for the video game industry, and it's only just now starting to really stabilize around the new consoles. So maybe next year and with all these delays, maybe games won't be as busted.
Mm-hmm.
So I hope that's what all these delays mean, is that they're seeing what's happening this year and going like, let's not be the new Batman. Let's not be that. Let's not be 2016's most broken game of the year. So that's why you don't pre-order, and you read reviews, and then you make a decision.
All right. Well, I think that ought to do it for this episode of the Chooch podcast. Thanks so much for listening, everybody. Expect videos next week. Expect news.
Special videos, even
Amazing videos.
Well,
I would say maybe expect reviews too. We'll see.
Yeah,
Don't want to make any promises.
Do you want me to
but
tell the people what the videos are?
if you want to,
Sure.
go for it.
Should I?
Oh,
Yes.
no, I
Can
think
I?
you should leave it as a surprise.
Yes.
No, I'd rather people know.
Go for it.
We are on Tuesday. We're going to have a typical Ride the Rails, and we are going to. I think we decided do a video on Tony Hawk Pro Skater 3, which does not have the best soundtrack, no matter what Niall says. And then on Thursday, we're going to have a bonus Ride the Rails where Ryan and I look at Prison Architect, which which completes on Tuesday. They have their 1.0 update, so we'll take a look at that and capture some dudes and lock them up in prison. I think they're adding a prison escape mode. So normally you just build the prison, and now you can escape the prison.
Are you escaping it, or are you trying to make sure that the prisoners don't escape?
The normal mode, you're trying to make sure prisoners don't escape, and they're adding a mode where you escape.
Cool.
Yeah.
That sounds fun.
Mm-hmm. So look for that on Thursday, and then on the Tuesday after that, we're back to our normal schedule. Every Tuesday, there's a video game choo-choo on YouTube.
Yep. And I think we might be looking at Arcana Heart the next week.
Maybe. We'll see.
Because I got a code for that, and that game is like 4 years old, but they just put it out on Steam, so I just, whatever. I'll play it for a video.
Yeah.
Why not?
We'll see. That seems like a natural fit for that week. We'll see if other stuff comes up.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thanks for listening, everyone. Thank you, Michael K. Devin, for being on the show.
You're welcome.
1738.
Stop referencing Fetty Wap.
Yeah. Also, stop making quotes from songs, because I think already we're probably gonna get some sort of copyright thing from Nintendo for me singing the Drake Red Chris thing. I don't want to get Fetty Wap.
Fetty Wap.
See, I'm white. And thanks for listening to the Video Game Choo-Choo podcast.
It's cognac. He's referencing cognac.
Ah.
Yep.
Okay. See, I didn't know that.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks for listening. See you next week.
That rap game. A la Coney.